This was an exciting season for the senior boys volleyball team. With a number of returning players and an infusion of some new athletes, we were able to put together an extremely competitive team. We had a bit of a slow start to the season, but kept building through the year into a team that everyone had to take seriously. The highlight of the year had to be the road trip to Kingston, where the boys came home as the tournament champions. Congratulations on a great volleyball season, gentlemen. I will see some of you again next year, and for those that are graduating, good luck in the future.
The 2017 Junior Boys Volleyball team was comprised of a keen and talented group of athletes from grades 9 and 10. The season looked bright and promising at the start of the year. However, injury kept the team from reaching its full potential. All players improved on their individual skill level and have created a solid foundation from which to build team strategy. Best wishes to the veteran players as they move on to senior volleyball. Thank you to your contribution to Junior Boys Volleyball.
We had a great day for our county golf tournament at Renfrew Golf Club this year. We had 8 boys and 5 girls representing us. Our boys, who spent a bit too much time in the rough, did not qualify or advance despite a stellar performance by the up-and-coming grade 9 Caleb Clemmer. Caleb, who just missed making the cut for his individual score of 80. We expect great things in the coming years from you, Caleb. On to our girls. What can I say about these girls? Some of them have been with me for 5 straight years now after starting out with me at an invitational tournament in grade 8. Once again, for the 4th straight year, we were county team champions. So on a cool but beautiful October morning, we headed out to Castleview Golf and Country Club in Castleman, Ontario, where Georgia, Lydia, Ashley, and Haley were crowned EOSA team champs. So after our 2nd year tradition of stopping at McDee's in the Prior on our way home to let the girls play in the kiddie structure, we wrapped up another successful year. Good luck to all our graduating members.
The 2017-2018 junior girls basketball team had an up and down year this year in the Tier 1 division of the UOFSA Girls Basketball League. We had some key wins and some close losses. We enjoyed a weekend in Brockville, some loud van rides, and entertaining basketball games. We finished the season with a 2-7 record, putting us in 4th place, and then had a quick exit in the semifinals in the league. Thanks for a good season, girls. Good luck to Josie, Meadow, Mackenzie, Sarah, and Lexi as they move up to senior next year.
The senior girls basketball team had another great season on the hardwood, capturing the Arnprior Renfrew Playoff Primer Tournament Championship and the Single A County title for the 4th year in a row. The team hit their peak at EOSA, upsetting the number 1 seed on day 1 and eliminating the home school in a hostile environment on day 2. In the EOSA final, the team fell 6 points short of the gold medal and 6 points short of a berth at OFSA. With a strong core projected for next year, this may not be the last time you hear from this group. Big thanks to Mr. Davis for volunteering to coach once again. Amazing season, ladies, and as always, thanks for the laughs.
A small group of talented runners led the Raiders cross-country team to some spectacular results this season. Dedication and early season hard work saw Leif Buxton among the contenders in all of the races he attended. Hannah Hubert, Cassidy Frisk, John Roach, and Alexander Vanderplug were also front runners, and all 4 improved as they gained confidence throughout the season. For the county championships, the team recruited as many top RCI athletes as possible to fill a bus and the team roster. Thanks to Maggie Scott, Brett Cluche, and Connor Fulton for motivating and inspiring this great group of athletes to come out and run. The girls were so strong that they won the girls' aggregate trophy and the boys were second. Overall, the team placed second in the county, showing that we do indeed have the runners at the school. We just have to get them on the trails. The midget girls, led by Hannah, who was second, and Cassidy, who was third, won team gold and a championship trophy. Leif won silver as a junior boy. At EOSA, Hannah, John, and Leif qualified for OFSA with confident and intelligent races. The culture of running is alive and well at RCI, and we look forward to continuing the tradition of excellence.
In junior football, quarterback Carter Salmon returned to lead the offense, while our leading tackler on defense was Colby Bleaks. These two were joined by skilled grade 10s and eager grade 9s to make a very fast junior Raider team. Rookie Kelson Hart led all rushers in yardage, His numbers boosted by his monster 144-yard game in the season home opener. On defense, Noah Hogan matured into an effective safety, and Alex Rowe grew leaps and bounds as an efficient tackler. Football is the ultimate team sport, however, and these individual highlights would not have been possible without the extraordinary effort of all players. The team improved over the course of the season, but it ended with a heartbreaking loss in the semifinal, where Bleak scored on a Hail Mary play as time ran out. Always interested in offering the players as much football as possible, Coach Ugama arranged for an exhibition game in Fellows. The field was sloppy, with pools of standing water, and it grew muddier and muddier as the game progressed. Everyone had fun, except for the people involved in washing our equipment. Thank you to the boys who came to practice every night. Thanks to coaches Ugama, Edwards, Curry, and Sebastian, who dedicated every school night from September through October to helping these athletes develop skills, mature emotionally, and excel physically.
Our senior football team participated in a 6-man football league this fall for the first time in school history. 15 players enjoyed an exciting brand of football, which featured home-and-home games versus Carleton Place and Rideau High School from Elgin. The team split games with Carleton Place and defeated Rideau handily both times. After a quarterfinal crossover game with Campbellford, the team eventually lost to Carleton Place in the conference final in a very entertaining game. All players were able to try out different positions, and many different players scored touchdowns on offense, defense, and specialty teams. The precision passing of quarterback Brett Kluche, snapping and blocking of Josh Quaid, the powerful running of Connor Fulton, Bailey Smith, and Drew Bayshon, along with spectacular catches by receivers Brock Pierce, including 15 in the final game, Thomas Barber, Taliesin Roberts, and Charlie McMillan were a joy to watch. The punishing tackles of Zach Rowe, Nathan Vanderwater, Kyle DeJude, Claude McMillan, Luke Moran, Ryan Theobald, and Bailey Smith earned the respect of all opponents. The team would like to thank Mr. Bulger for his volunteer efforts, and we wish all graduating players the best of luck with their future endeavors.
The RCI tennis team had a great 2017-2018 season. In county championships in the fall, Sydney and Olivia won gold in girls doubles, Lauren won gold in girls singles, Wes won silver in boys singles, Kyle and Jack won silver in boys doubles, Lauren and Lydia won bronze in girls doubles, and Mallory won bronze in girls singles. It was an excellent showing for RCI, qualifying many of the athletes for EOFSA in the spring. For the winter months, almost all of the tennis team hung up their tennis rackets for a hockey stick, a pair of skis, a volleyball, or a basketball, but not one player. She just headed to Ottawa to the indoor courts to continue to play. At EOFSA, she shone, handily winning gold. She truly shows love, commitment, and dedication to the sport of tennis. I am very honored to present this year's tennis MVP to Lauren Cormier. Congratulations, Lauren.
This year was the 5th year that I've been involved with girls rugby at Renfrew Collegiate. I found it to be a good year because lots of our veterans stepped up, gained some confidence, and showed leadership. I felt the girls as a team were a much more confident team. We provided much stiffer competition for the other teams and started to define what Raider Pride is all about when it comes to the rugby field. We still had some tough games against some of the stiffer competition, but overall I feel that we always made a good showing and could be proud of our play. Looking forward to some of the more junior players stepping up and taking a leadership role next year, and who knows, maybe the team championship is within reach.
A strong group of dedicated athletes were at the core of this year's junior boys basketball team. The team traveled to North Bay and Peterborough for tournaments and had a key win over Arnprior in the Edie tradition. In the quarterfinals, the team was up at half versus the 2-time defending champions from Fellows, but eventually the experience of the Falcons was too much. Could this be the start of something special for the junior boys basketball team? Trust the process and ask us at this time next year.
Dear Mom and Dad, studies show that I'm more confident in my abilities.
I'm more empowered to stand up for what I believe in.
More likely to stay away from tobacco, alcohol, and drugs.
To find positive ways to overcome my challenges.
I care more about school and my homework.
feel more in control of my life
and my future.
And it's all because you realize that school sports are about more than championships.
In spite of challenging weather conditions this season, RCI's Nordic skiers trained in Pembroke, Gatineau Park, and Stewart Field at every opportunity. On the EOSA 6-kilometer course in Pembroke, junior boys Leif Buxton, Kyle Hall, Tom Stark, and Max Hemsley won team gold, while Leif skied to an individual bronze medal. This qualified the team for OFSA at Laurentian University in Sudbury. After completing the hilly course carved out of the Canadian Shield, we capped off the season with a visit to the Big Nickel. All team members are looking forward to more snow and more reasonable temperatures next year to build on technique and results.
The senior boys basketball team made steps in the right direction in re-establishing Raider basketball pride in the county. An overtime loss and another 1-point loss kept them away from the playoffs this year. The highlight of the year was the monumental upset over Bishop Smith Roman Catholic High School, who finished in the league's top 4. With many players eligible for next year's squad, there will be many vying for a roster spot as the Raiders will look to return to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years.
The 2017-2018 junior girls volleyball team had a fun and suspense-filled season. Finishing with a 4-5 season record, the final 2 playoff positions came down to a 4-way tie. With some help or luck and a few key wins early in the season, the Raiders were able to capture the 6th and final spot in a very competitive field. The juniors knocked out the 3rd place seed to advance to the semifinal round. However, a strong Jean Lajoie team kept the team from further advancement. Consistent serves and strong net play was a regular occurrence at games. The girls were always supportive and positive towards each other as they worked together to meet team goals. The team was a pleasure to coach.
Dear Coach, thank you for missing your family dinner so we can practice. Thank you for being on our side. Thank you for teaching us the things that are in the curriculum and the things that aren't. Because while we were getting ready for the big game, we were actually getting ready for the rest of our lives.
RCI Alpine had a fantastic year with 14 athletes qualifying for OFSA. Our skiers outnumbered our boarders for the first time in many years, and they quickly proved themselves with team gold for both boys ski teams at counties and at EOSA. The skiers were led with medal performances by Lauren, Wes, Tyler, Zach, Alex, and Finn. Lauren also finished just off the podium at OFSA with 4th and 5th place finishes. Our boys snowboarders also medaled at both counties and EOSA. They were led by Liam with medals at both events. The boys were joined by Lydia for the trip to Collingwood and battled the tough Georgian Peak spring conditions at the OFSA Championship. I'd like to thank all of our athletes for another great season and wish our graduating athletes good luck in the future. For the rest of you, see you next season.
The senior girls volleyball team enjoyed a successful 2017-2018 season. This busy group of talented athletes used their natural talent to finish regular season with 8 wins and 2 losses to finish 3rd overall. In playoff pool play, the girls eliminated 6th place St. Joseph's 3-0 and 1st place Fellows 3-0 to finish 1st in their pool. On day 2 of the championship round, the girls had trouble finding their stride, losing to a determined Mackenzie squad 3-1, ending their season. Although the girls were disappointed in their semifinal loss, the team should be commended for their overcoming numerous challenges throughout the season, including significant injuries. The Raiders can celebrate the fact that they managed to sweep the eventual U-OFSA champions from Fellows twice during the season 3-0.
Dear student, I'm glad you decided to join the team. I know at first you weren't sure if it was your kind of thing. Honestly, I thought the same thing about being a coach. Would I have the time? Could I handle the workload? Well, the answer is yes. And it's been so worth it. I've seen how school sports help students build confidence and improve their grades. And the research backs it up. But what I didn't know is how getting to know my students as a coach could actually make me a better teacher.
The varsity girls hockey team had another successful season. The season opened with 3 league games at the Nick Smith Center. We began the day showing some nerves in our first match of the season with a loss to Mackenzie. However, we quickly recovered, showing one of our team's greatest strengths, improving with experience, to a tie with Jean Lajoie, and to a win in a head-to-head, well-fought battle over a strong Bishop team who eventually won the league.
In our second tournament at Mattaway also contributed to our success with a victory over St. Joe's High School in a tough match. Throughout the game, we played a pressure hockey on offense and defense. Our defense was led by Kenya, Abby, Ashley, Abby, and Savannah.
The final set of league games determined our position in the league, and despite fantastic offensive play by Maddie, Sydney, Ellie, Morgan, Georgia, and Olivia, picked up by wingers Mallory, Ashley, and Mallory, the closest we came again to a win was a tie against Arnprior.
Great effort by goalies Meadow and Katie. Congratulations to graduating players. We wish you all the best in your future hockey endeavors.
Special thanks to Miss Inglis and Mrs. Wright for their help. See you next year for another Varsity Girls hockey season.
We know that school sports have a positive effect on our children's social skills, academic success, and even mental health. Students who play school sports feel more capable of achieving their goals in school. Girls who play sports have a greater social and economic mobility. And adults who played school sports display higher levels of leadership, self-confidence, and self-respect. So what does that look like in the real world? There are examples of successful people who played school sports in every industry. Entertainment, business, healthcare, and beyond. But the most important success stories are those of the people who make sure that sports are and continue to be a vital part of the school experience, because they are the ones writing the success stories of tomorrow.
The varsity boys hockey team had a successful start to the season, but due to a revolving lineup, had a hard time competing in the final 2 league tournaments, resulting in the team missing the playoffs. Coaching staff would like to wish Farron Nippard and co-captains Brock Pierce and Claude McMillan all the best in their future endeavors. There is a strong group of junior committed players ready to fill roster spots, and we look forward to getting back into the playoffs.
Our badminton teams were fairly small again this year, but we did not let that stop us from bringing home some hardware. At counties this year, we came away with 2 sets of gold medals and 2 sets of silver medals. Alexander and Jack won gold in novice boys doubles, while Olivia and Elle took gold in novice girls doubles by narrowly edging out their teammates Hannah and Mallory, who took the silver. The exceptional performance by all of our grade 9 players allowed RCI to win the Novice Badminton Team Championship. At the varsity level, Lyd and Sid did not disappoint with a county silver medal and an IASA qualification. At IASA, they stepped up their game to meet the new challenge. Unfortunately, a slow start in their first match kept them from a spot in the semifinals. Congratulations to all badminton players on a great season. We would like to extend our thanks to our community coach, Rick Dillable, for his knowledge, unique personality, and dedication to RCI badminton. Wow, what an exciting year the junior boys soccer team had. This was a team that was full of talent and love for the sport. We went to Carleton Place for 2 mini tournaments where they proved that we could compete with teams from any other region. Our season started with a tournament day where we took a little time to find our groove, making a couple of unfortunate losses. However, nobody would be able to stand victorious over us for the rest of the regular season. That set us up to enter the playoffs on a winning streak better than any other team in the league. Unfortunately, we just could not get into high gear and lost our IASA qualifying game. Great season, gentlemen. You can hold your heads high as you are an exceptional group of soccer players.
The junior girls soccer team got out on the field late this season due to snow, rain, and cold weather. But despite a late start, this small but mighty team proved they can take on any challenge.
Their season opened with 3 league games. As the team was made up of only 13 players, they depended on each other to play as a team to be successful. And play as a team, they did.
That day, the girls came up a goal short in their first game, but rallied together, tying their next game and winning their third. A 2-1 loss against St. Joe's that day energized the girls to return to the field 2 days later to defeat St. Joe's 3-1. A goal by Josie and 2 penalty shot goals by Maggie secured the win. Other goal contributors this season were Kenya, Cassidy, Hannah, and Mallory.
Playoff day at Riverside saw the girls play their strongest game. Defensive play by Meadow, Abby, Alexis, Mackenzie, Laura, and Eleanor was keys to support Taya in nets. Strong midfielders helped keep the play in the offensive zone. Despite several fantastic chances in the second half, including 2 shots which hit the post, the girls conceded a 2-1 loss.
Things we will remember. Miss Purvis's coaching encouragement.
Come on, girls! Come on, my darlings! Go get that ball!
Gatorade on hot days between games.
Coach is yelling, mark up! Push up!
Miss Purvis getting all the rainy day practice times.
And Miss Zaker is getting all the sunny days. Playing as a team, building as a team, practicing as a team, and winning as a team.
Great season, girls. See you next year.
The senior boys had a memorable season, kicking off in our classic collared jerseys, then switching mid-season to our newer letter uniforms. While we practiced hard and were competitive in all our games, we had to fight to the last game of the season to earn a playoff berth. Season highlights included our come-from-behind victory over Opeongo and Brett Kluche scoring while playing goalie. This was a group of soccer players who enjoyed success as a team, as proven by the fact that 8 different people scored over the course of the season. Thank you to everyone who played hard and represented RCI with class. Good luck to our many graduating seniors: Claude McMillan, Reed Barber, Riley Bulmer, Brett Kluche, Finn Gooks, Carter Heima, Cody Mackin, Charlie McMillan, Brock Pierce, Bryce Schaap, and Stephen Young.
Congratulations to the senior girls soccer team who continued RCI's strong tradition in soccer by fielding a very competitive team. Highlights of the season included a first-place tie at the Notre Dame Invitational Tournament, season game win over Arnprior, and the 4-goal performance by Sid Smart at Madawaska Valley. Special thanks to Shelby Inglis for her assistance throughout the year, and to Ellie Scott for coming out of retirement. All the best in your future endeavors, and thanks for 4 great years of RCI soccer.
A young and talented group of enthusiastic grade 9 and 10 athletes, led by a small contingent of dedicated seniors, picked up from the successes of last year's track and field season to revitalize the team. Our early spring hibernation meet in Carleton Place saw Hannah Hubert and Alexander Vanderplug excel in a wide variety of events, while throwers began to show their strength. At the county championships, Luke Hansen broke county records in both long and triple jump, winning by large margins. Other athletes winning county titles were Alexander in the 300-meter hurdles, Leaf Buxton in the 3,000-meter, and the midget boys 4x100-meter relay. At EOSA, Josie Doring won gold in discus, leading our team of 7 athletes qualifying for the East Regional competition in 11 different events. At East Regionals, 5 athletes finished in the top 4 to qualify for OFSA, with Josie winning the East Regional title in discus, while Hannah was 5 1,000ths away from a title in the 300-meter hurdles. Ask her about it. It doesn't bother her at all. Luke qualified to OFSA in 2 events, long and triple, with a new school record in triple, while Mallory Lambert and Olivia Smart took 1/2 of the qualifying spots in midget girls discus. At the All-Ontario meet, Hannah broke the school record in the hurdles to place 6th overall. Mallory threw consistently to tie her personal best and place 5th in the discus. All OFSA competitors are ranked among the top 24 athletes in their event in Ontario, a huge accomplishment coming from a small school. The team capped off the year with a track and field clinic for our CIS Raiders, introducing the next generation to new events. Thank you to all of our athletes for such a positive season. Success is possible when we work together, encourage each other, and push to improve as a team.
The wrestling team had a great season, having 3 athletes medal at EOSA and sending 2 athletes to OFSA, where Savannah brought home an OFSA bronze medal. Junior R. To receive your Junior R in grade 9, you need 30 points. To receive your Junior R in grade 10, you need 42 points. To receive your Junior R in grade 11, you need 54 points, plus 10 leadership hours. Senior R. To obtain your Senior R in grade 10, you need 54 points. To obtain your Senior R in grade 11, you need 66 points. To obtain your Senior R in grade 11 and above, you need 78 points, plus 20 leadership hours. Junior Female Athlete of the Year, awarded for an outstanding achievement in junior athletics this year. Junior Male Athlete of the Year, awarded for an outstanding achievement in junior athletics this year. The R.W. Donaldson Award for Female Athlete of the Year. Criteria include outstanding contribution to athletics in this year, a fine ambassador for RCI sports, active involvement in at least one other year prior to this season, and exercises good sportspersonship. Male Athlete of the Year. Criteria include most outstanding athletic achievement, maintains a reasonable academic standing, has represented RCI well, and is an excellent role model to other RCI athletes. Dr. Burwell Award. The recipient of this award should have fulfilled these qualities: played on school teams, helped with intramurals, displayed leadership qualities and initiative, ungrudgingly donated her time in order to better the athletic and intramural programs, and should have done so in a cooperative manner. The recipient must also be in grade 12. The BAA Award, presented to the grade 12 student who has contributed to boys athletics. Frank Lynch Award, in memory of a former staff member who died in August 1980. This award will be presented to a student or group of students from RCI who, as a result of an outstanding athletic achievement, usually beyond the level of interschool competition, has brought recognition and distinction to themselves and RCI. The student or students will be honored by having their names inscribed on a plaque, which will remain in the school, and each will receive a certificate of recognition. For his closing remarks on the 2017-2018 athletic year, please welcome our athletic director, Mr. Wilson. Thanks for listening.